Good afternoon. Hi there. Did that caption grab your attention? My scandalous title. I'm a little tired, and I thought to myself, you know what? I'm just going to put a title that's out there that's just going to grab your attention as I talk to you a little bit about some F truths. But first, I'm very sorry, those of you watching, listening on the video, you won't be, oh my goodness, see what I mean? I'm about to tell you where my brain is. But look at the cherry blossoms. Ta-da, they're starting to bloom. This is my cherry blossom tree that's in our yard. I'll just show you from a distance. Look at that. Is that gorgeous? That is going to be full of spectacular flowers very, very soon. Okay, 3 truths that I have for you. So you are watching me loads at the moment because I am, let me give you a pretty background to look at. Here we go. Going to be doing or starting, I've lost my words, my Resource Me course. August 25th, it starts for 8 weeks. It's at this time of the year that I put it on because I find that there are those of us who, if we've been in this kind of burnout spiral, this is when we're really starting to feel it, and we need help. We just need some help. So I've got 3 F's for you that I would like to share with you about what I have encountered with burnout. The first one is genuinely today how I felt, which is a fraud. You feel like a fraud. I wasn't going to come online and do this. I was trying to do my hardest to be faithful to this process, to say to people, I really want to work with you if you're struggling through my course Resource Me. But honestly, after COVID, I had COVID-19 close to 6 weeks ago, and my brain has not been the same since. For a whole month, we were exhausted because our whole family got it. The energy was gone. Physically, we were just in bed most of the time for the 4 weeks. And 6 to 8 weeks after, my brain has not gone back to what it was before. I'm grasping for words, and I'm also like by about 1 or 2 o'clock, I've got nothing to give. And so the first F is I felt like a fraud. And I thought to myself, how am I going to get up looking all perky and zesty to say, come and work with me on burnout prevention because I'm not burning out and I'm not tired. I've got all the answers, but that's not the point. That's really not what you need, and that's not what you need to hear because that is not the truth. You feel like a fraud because you know deep down inside, here's another F, the fatigue is really coming upon you and you don't know how to get out of it. I understand that. I totally do. So we can often feel this way, and then we can really start to get hard on ourselves and get down on ourselves. And what's going to happen is we'll soon find ourselves in a spiral, right? So there's the fraud bit of us that will just catch us in this loop. Next F is the fog. The fog that we get. It is really uncommon, and I'm sorry to bring some bad news to you, but if we stay in a state of burnout long enough, it will change our brains. It will change our neurochemistry. It will change the way that our brains think and function. We will get into a type of fog. It's not impossible to get out of. It does take more intentional work than to rebuild some of those pathways. So there is a type of fog that comes about when we are burnt out, because essentially burnout is about exhaustion, right? It's about actually overdoing muscles, overdoing serving and giving and spending of ourselves to the point where we've got nothing left. And so people will say that it impacts their ability to remember things. It impacts sometimes even being able to drive. That's Teddy, my dog. It impacts us, just trying to do our basic things. And then do you know what happens there is that it further impacts our confidence. So we spiral again into a level of just worrying that we're not the same person that we are, which brings me to my last F, which is fear. It's so common to hear once you step into the room of the psychologist, when burnout has been in your system for long enough, that you really start to become afraid because your family and your loved ones are starting to look at you and are actually saying you're a shell of the person that we once used to know, right? And you're afraid that it's too late. You're afraid that you won't recover. You're afraid that some systemic levels of damage has happened, and you're just afraid that you're letting people down. But really, the main person you need to worry about right now is yourself. So I created this program and have run it for several years now, because the earlier that you get in, the more we can help and we can work with you. I can work with you as someone who understands what it is to experience these things. And this time around, I'm running it live, meaning I've done various versions of this course before. In the past, when my clinical diary was open and available, this course served really as a way to put out information to people who wanted to do it as a self-study and self-paced version. But now that actually it's I'm not able to open my clinical diary, which makes me profoundly sad, and it's a real loss to me. This is my way of actually spending time with people in an interactive way to actually bring about the collaboration and the encouragement and the support for 8 weeks. So Resource Me this time is being run live with me for 8 weeks, starting August 25th, and I'm really looking forward to seeing you. And I think Teddy wants to have his final say. Teddy? Don't look at my huge blossoming weed there. See, I'm being real with you people. I ain't got no time. I've got like weeds growing in my pots. I don't even know how that is possible. Teddy, do you think they should do Resource Me? Do you really think they should? Say yes, Teddy. Teddy's in denial. He's obviously in